About a year ago, I watched Adam Neely learn a section of the Bach cello suites without even touching his instrument. I was intrigued. How about I try to learn an Animals as Leaders song without physically touching my drum set? At the time of this video, a lot of the world is in lockdown, and I know more of you are left without your drum set. I assume because it's not in your immediate vicinity, or maybe for whatever reason. So I'm finally going to conduct this experiment on myself to see if indeed we don't need a drum set, a practice pad, or even our sticks to master something challenging. The choice of song had to be challenging and it had to be unfamiliar. I wasn't going to pick something that I already like and have listened to a bunch of times. I definitely did not want my mind and ear to have subconsciously learned the song in any way. Fortunately, this guy gave me the right idea. I think I only heard Cognitive Contortions once, when the album came out some years ago. It didn't strike me as something I would love to listen to again and again anyway. Hence, I'm going to learn the first section of Cognitive Contortions with a target of 7 days to learn, memorize, and play this at full speed. I spent about 10 minutes listening to the section at half the tempo and studying the transcription. Then I went ahead to practice, but only managing to play it at 60 BPM after 30 minutes. I tried to do it while tapping the notes on my thighs, and also air drumming. Air drumming came a little easier and was more comfortable for me, which sort of made sense, because I was simulating more closely the actual position of my hands if I were to play this on a drum set. The challenge that came with air drumming was a lack of auditory feedback. With tapping, I could hear each note being played out, and you know air drumming sounds like air. I had a massive jump on day 2, 60 beats per minute to 100 beats per minute. This felt exhilarating and promising, and wiped away some of the doubts that I had at the beginning of this experiment. Another interesting thing that happened was that tapping and air drumming felt almost the same today. Day 3 came around and I managed to increase the tempo to 130 beats per minute. For the next 3 days, I was trying to commit it to memory as well as make it feel comfortable at 141 beats per minute, which is the song tempo. I also discovered that my muscle memory didn't help me memorize at this stage. It was too fleeting still. What actually helped was if I could hear what I was playing accurately, and that all had to take place in my head. Because trying to memorize a piece while air drumming sounds like this. There were a couple of notes that I was having trouble vocalizing fast enough and accurately enough in my head, and those were the notes that I kept forgetting. Alright, here goes. Never done this physically before. Okay, that wasn't so bad. But I think there were still a few wrong notes, so let me try to get this perfect. Take 2. Still not perfect. Take 3. Okay, take 3. Okay. Well, I guess it's possible after all. Even though it took me 3 takes, but I think it's pretty conclusive. Here's the MIDI recording of my third take. It certainly needs an accuracy cleanup. These notes here, for example, are off the 16-note grid. But I hit all the notes I was supposed to hit, and I didn't play any extra notes. This means that it's indeed possible to learn, memorize, and play something challenging without your instrument. But we must be careful how we view this. As addressed in Adam Neely's video,
studies have shown that professionals get more out of mental practice than amateurs because of their sensory memory associated with the practice of their instrument. Now, this doesn't mean that amateurs can't mentally practice. No, it just means that it's going to be a lot harder. You're going to need to be methodical about it.
I had a lot of fun conducting this experiment on myself, and damn is the brain powerful. Anyway, if you enjoyed this, let me know in the comments below and hit that like button. If this video gets 10,000 likes, I'm going to learn the entire Cognitive Contortions without a drum set. Anyway, if you want to help feed me and my dog, you can support my channel by joining the Art of Drumming faction and becoming a factionite. More details on my Patreon page. In the meantime, don't stop dreaming and don't stop drumming.